Alright, welcome back to 2K14 Universe once again.
The contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Hollywood, Florida, weighing 223 pounds, Dolph Ziggler.
Now you may be wondering where was uploads. I got sick, and this requires a lot of effort to talk over. So I had to take a small break from this again, but it should be back now. I've got like another week or so until I'm back at work, so I should be good to go. My goodness, can we just get to Hell in a Cell? Can we just get through Hell in a Cell? That would be a fantastic goal so far. Dolph Ziggler anyway kicking things off here tonight. He has got a huge match here tonight, and an even bigger one coming his way next Sunday at Hell in a Cell. A massive announcement to kick off Monday Night Raw. This maybe won't be the most popular decision made, but it was made in light of the unification of brands at big events.
Approaching the ring from San Antonio, Texas, weighing 227 pounds, the heartbreaking Shawn Michaels.
We can confirm to you that at Hell in a Cell, we have an unprecedented, first time ever coming your way, as the Money in the Bank contracts held by Antonio Cesaro and Chris Jericho from Raw and SmackDown respectively will be defended at Hell in a Cell. We got a first-time situation. Stephanie McMahon and Paul Heyman, the Raw and SmackDown general managers respectively, coming together on this decision saying, what about if we made things a little bit more interesting now that the brands are a little bit more crossed over with these dual-branded events? What if we unified the Money in the Bank contract? However, this won't be a one-on-one match between Antonio Cesaro and Chris Jericho. There will be two other participants involved, making this a four-way ladder match to once again earn those briefcases. Only one man will be left, and I will tell you all about those other two men in the matches in just a moment. Yes. So I know you're wondering who are going to be the two other participants in the match. Well, I can break the news to you now, as a matter of fact. The first of the two to be confirmed comes to light on a recent altercation that took place backstage between Antonio Cesaro and this man in the match with Shawn Michaels right now, Dolph Ziggler. Ziggler said, Cesaro, you've wasted that opportunity. You have had countless opportunities to cash in that briefcase. It should have been me. I should have won that briefcase. And I think if you would have put that thing up for grabs in a one-on-one match with me, you wouldn't be Mr. Money in the Bank any longer. Now this, along with a situation going on over on SmackDown, you may have heard about this many times over on SmackDown. There has been a lot of talk about how people feel Randy Orton deserves an opportunity at the World Heavyweight Championship, despite him being banned from it. A lot of people saying, you know, it would be great to see CM Punk and Orton go at it for the championship once again. Well, there is a way for Randy Orton to get a World Championship opportunity, and that is with the Money in the Bank briefcase. So I can confirm to you that it will be a four-way ladder match for both briefcases. There'll be one briefcase, one contract can be used on either brand's World Champion going forward. But we are unifying the Money in the Bank contract, and it could be neither Cesaro or Jericho that walks out with that contract now that we know Dolph Ziggler and Randy Orton will be in that fatal four-way matchup. And I gotta tell you, man, I love the idea of it being neither Cesaro nor Jericho. I think that would be huge. I will say, Dolph did have his opportunity back at Money in the Bank. He was unsuccessful in capturing the briefcase. Randy Orton, on the other hand, never had a shot at the briefcase, I don't think, ever before. This would be a first for him. But a fatal four-way Money in the Bank match at Hell in a Cell of all places. It is as messy as it sounds, but it is indeed happening. And apparently one of the main things that fueled this decision for Stephanie McMahon is that, truth be told, this isn't meant with any ill will towards the guy, but Antonio Cesaro's stocks have been on a major decline right now, and she doesn't want to risk her WWE Champion being, well, a little bit of a loser, so to speak. So Not a lot to lose from this one. Obviously, Dolph Ziggler is pretty momentous. I'd say he's definitely up there. The only thing that I think is an interesting decision here from Dolph to start going for the Money in the Bank briefcase is, as I may have mentioned this before on Raw, Dolph was in the running to be in the contenders matches for the WWE Championship when he pursued the United States title. He wanted to get that championship back around his waist. It seems like since suffering that loss back at Night of Champions, he has set his sights elsewhere. Going bigger and better now. Maybe want to one-up Cody Rhodes. And speaking of Cody Rhodes, he's got a very important match here tonight. He's set to go one-on-one with Dean Ambrose in a non-title match. We've been told if Dean Ambrose beats Cody Rhodes here tonight on Raw, Dean Ambrose will get an opportunity at the United States Championship next week on Raw, just 6 days before Hell in a Cell. You might be wondering to yourself, what does this mean about the tag team match between Kofi Kingston and Cody Rhodes up against the New Millennia, Bryce Walker and Daniel Bryan, that double championship match that was announced a while back? Well, interestingly enough, as it turns out, if Dean Ambrose defeats Cody Rhodes for the United States Championship next week, assuming he beats him here tonight, then the United States Championship will be removed from that tag team match at Night of Champions. It will become a one-on-one match between Bryce Walker and Kofi Kingston for the European title. What a huge shift that could be. Really, I don't think Daniel Bryan would be very happy to see his student be getting an opportunity whilst he isn't. Shawn Michaels kipping up here. And Dolph Ziggler in for a roll-up as he goes for the cover. Oh, Michaels turning things around. These are two very gifted guys here. What a great way to kick off Raw. We've got a very, very strange main event coming your way tonight, which I'll get into right now, actually. I was going to say in a moment, as I thought the match was about to be over. Yeah, we've got a very unusual main event for you here tonight. Due to the circumstances going on with Stone Cold, Yokozuna, and Hulk Hogan, we've got ourselves a 6-man tag team match as Hell in a Cell WWE Championship opponents The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin are made to team up here tonight alongside Yokozuna, of all people, to face off against, roll-up attempt here by Shawn Michaels, the entire NWO in a 6-man tag team match. That is huge. Cover attempt here, and once again we got this one turned around. Is Shawn Michaels going to be able to get the victory over Dolph Ziggler with a very slide? Ziggler tried to use it? No. These two seem very evenly matched. What a great way to kick off Raw, really.
This is electric.
This is electric.
Oh, out of nowhere.
Hell in a Cell comes your way in just 13 days' time, and I tell you, I am very much looking forward to seeing what unfolds at Hell in a Cell. I think, honestly, one of those very historically significant events in the past. I think some big things have happened at Hell in a Cell in the past, and I think this one will be no different.
Heads up move by Dolph Ziggler.
What's up, move?
These guys are giving it
Dolph
absolutely everything.
into the center of the ring. Is he going to be able to get a pinfall on Shawn Michaels? No. He's trying. Oh, that was awkward. Roll-up attempt here by Shawn Michaels. Has he got Dolph? Oh, once again. This very same sequence over and over again. And it keeps going the exact same way. Is it going to change this time? Still just a 1 count.
I just can't get over the physicality of this match.
I actually quite like, I did not put this one to Epic Experience, but they seem to be really going at it. Just thought I'd give you that little behind the curtain look in case you were like, whoa, this is a big match we started off the show with. I don't actually know why these two are popping off so much right now. This was a normal experience match. We've got some Let's Go Ziggler chants, which of course, if you ask one Jerry the King Lawler, these fans are chanting Let's Go Sheamus.
That should do it right there.
And that is just a 2 count. Oh, big cradle DDT, and obviously this is a very important night for Dolph Ziggler. He wants to get momentum on the way to Money in the Money in the Bank 4. Wait, what is Scott Hall doing out? Ref? Hello? Why did Scott Hall come out? From Cougar to Crazy. I think we're gonna have to just say Shawn Michaels won because I think I've been THQ'd once again. So yeah. God, this was a really rough era for these wrestling games, wasn't it? It really was. It was so fucking buggy. Well, we move on, I guess. Dolph Ziggler with a 14 count on Shawn Michaels. Next match, I guess.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Setauket, Long Island, New York, weighing 287 pounds, Mick Foley.
Well, whilst I can't remember the full context of this because it was quite a while ago I recorded it last, I believe Mick Foley got involved in Daniel Bryan's business the other week, and Daniel Bryan taking some personal offense to that. He says he wants to take care of business here tonight. He's going to be going one-on-one with Mr. Bang Bang Mick Foley here tonight. This should be a very interesting matchup. Daniel Bryan, Mick Foley. I think these two have faced off in the past, but well, they're revisiting that history here tonight.
And approaching the ring, accompanied by Bryce Walker, representing the new millennium from Aberdeen, Washington, weighing 192 pounds, Daniel Bryan.
Get a load of this. Daniel Bryan says he is not worried about what will happen next week should Cody Rhodes lose here tonight, because he believes that his student Bryce Walker will do the right thing. And by that, what he means is if Bryce Walker, if Cody Rhodes loses the United States Championship to Dean Ambrose next week, then Bryce Walker will give up his European Championship opportunity as to not leave his partner behind. Get a load of that! That's how I feel. No, he won't. Any comments, Bryce? Daniel Bryan disagrees. Oh, here we go. Mick Foley, Daniel Bryan. Oh yeah, I forgot. I don't normally press the next match, but I wanted to simulate the previous one because it broke. Well, regardless of what the game says from the simulation, Dolph Ziggler absolutely, hands down, he won that match. He had Michaels pinned for like a billion count, you know. He won that match. You can't tell me he didn't.
Well, after that big win last week, he's earned this match to determine the next #1 contender for the United States Championship.
That is incorrect. He is already the #1 contender for the United States Champion. Do not listen to these ill-informed plebeians.
Hey, wait a minute, what's he doing here? And that punch lands hard.
We are on our second of 6 matches here tonight on Monday Night Raw. Is 6 matches too many? I would say kind of, yeah, but it's working out all right so far. Big headbutt to the back of the head of Daniel Bryan, Daniel. And there's a drop kick. Did you hear the impact of it though? Daniel Bryan now hooking up the arm of Mick Foley, and he takes him down. Very technically gifted Daniel Bryan. Could he be the next United States Champion? That is the question. You know, speaking of the United States Championship coming up next week potentially, as I said, if sorry, I kind of spilled the beans a little bit on what I was going to announce there. Initially, we were told that if Dean Ambrose could beat Cody Rhodes here tonight, he'd get a United States Championship opportunity against Cody Rhodes, a rematch next week. Cody Rhodes said, "What's the point? Why wait? I'm not waiting to find out if I'm the bigger and better man. If Dean Ambrose beats me, I want him to be the champion there and then." Cody Rhodes says, "Let's make this for the title tonight." I kind of spilled the beans on the way I announced that. But yes, it has been confirmed that Cody Rhodes is willfully defending his United States Championship against Dean Ambrose tonight. He doesn't want to have to prove that he can win one back over him next week or anything like that. He wants a one-and-done job. Dean has been wanting a US title shot for a while now, for an opportunity for a while now, and we'll see if Dean Ambrose can beat Cody Rhodes here tonight. It'll be a very short-lived US Championship run for Cody Rhodes, but he has been very much inspired by former World Heavyweight Champion Bret Hart, and that he seems to be really taking on all comers. That's not a style that fits everyone, though, and I hope Cody realizes that. Just because the best there is, ever was, and ever will be, was able to do that, does not mean that everybody can. I think that should really go without saying from one thing like that, but we never know.
I'm not sure how Daniel Bryan is withstanding all of this devastating punishment.
Yes. The power of the word yes. Big face plant there by Mick Foley. Goes in for the cover as he beat Daniel Bryan. This would be a huge, unfortunate loss for Daniel Bryan, the number one contender to the US title right now.
Here goes Daniel Bryan.
The big elbow takes down Mick Foley. Hook in the arms. What is Bryan looking for? Well, it doesn't matter. He's not doing it. Samoan drop by world famous Samoan wrestler Mick Foley. And now the double arm DDT. That is the finishing point normally. Bryce Walker doing what he can to help his mentor out here tonight. I seriously can't believe Daniel Bryan thinks Bryce is going to give up his European Championship opportunity if Daniel Bryan isn't able to be there for the US Championship as well. It almost reeks to me of Daniel is worried that Bryce Walker is going to outshine him. Oh, and a roll-up still gets the job done. Sorry, Bryce. You'll have to try harder next time. But it almost reeks of Daniel Bryan maybe a little insecure at the idea that his student would be a champion whilst he isn't.
What an incredible match.
That one could have gone either way. Nobody has anything to be ashamed of in this one.
Well, Mick Foley celebrating a win here tonight. And that is not going to help Daniel Bryan's momentum one bit to have suffered a loss to Mick Foley here tonight. I mean, there's no shame in losing to Mick Foley. He's a great wrestler, but obviously there is for Daniel Bryan. Especially with everything going on right now, he could be very much out of the picture come Hell in a Cell. Well, the US Championship is on the line later on tonight, but up next, I want to say it's the Divas. Well, we've got a big question coming your way here tonight. And this is no ordinary Divas contest. This is a #1 contenders match for the Divas Championship. Natalya, a very decorated former Divas champion, looking to get an opportunity against Summer Rae right now in what Summer Rae calls a dried up well of competitions. He says there is absolutely no one that can step up to her. Well, I have a very interesting comment for you here that you might not have realized. AJ Lee has been an underdog. She has struggled a lot this past season. It really feels like her stocks have dropped, and there hasn't been a whole lot of belief in the potential of AJ Lee anymore as of late. However, I will say this. She's been picking up wins recently. She's been getting momentum once again, and as a matter of fact, it was a year ago at the 2011 Hell in a Cell event that AJ Lee won her only Divas Championship. Can this event become synonymous with AJ, and can she win her second from Summer Rae at the upcoming Hell in a Cell event? I want to tell you, when I think Hell in a Cell, I think AJ Lee. Well, anyway, a few strikes there from Natalya, but AJ Lee able to take a quick control as we reach the halfway point here tonight on Raw. Humongous 6-man tag team match still to come in our main event. Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, Hulk Hogan, 3-on-3 with the WWE Champion, The Rock, the #1 contender, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and one of the most formidable men on the entire Raw roster, Yokozuna. A very, very strange trio to face off against the NWO here tonight, but I'll tell you what, it's a star-studded trio, and I am very interested to find out if the NWO can actually defeat a trio that powerful. Scott Hall has not suffered a single loss since coming here to Raw. That could change tonight. That could very well change. Up next, though, Mr. Money in the Bank, at least for the next 13 days, Antonio Cesaro. By the way, we've been told in regards to their potentially cashing in before the event to try and find a way out of having to defend their briefcases, we've been told that both the World Heavyweight Championship and WWE Championship contracts have been nullified. Neither Antonio Cesaro nor Chris Jericho can cash those contracts in until after the 4-way ladder match when a decisive winner has happened. They can cash in same night, though. Whoever wins at Hell in a Cell to unify those briefcases, they could cash in later on that same night. Natalya really celebrating her work there and maybe a little presumptuous. We'll see if Cesaro can knock off Roddy Piper. I've mentioned this once before, but Cesaro has actually become, I believe, in the bottom 5 of the entire Raw roster in terms of rankings right now. He's really the opposite of a hot commodity, and I really feel bad saying that, but well, you can't deny a fact. Antonio Cesaro has definitely fallen off quite a bit as of late. Money in the Bank is not looking like a very favorable night. I'm sorry, Hell in a Cell. Just because the briefcase is on the line, I keep calling it Money in the Bank. It's not looking like a very favorable night for Antonio Cesaro, but of course, I don't think he was riding that high of momentum going into the original Money in the Bank ladder match, so you never know when he's going to pull off a big one. Over the ropes goes Natalya, and AJ Lee pulls her back in. Will it be? There's a cover attempt into a kick out. And sliced bread by AJ. Has she got the job done? Cover here on Natalya? No. It's not over yet. And here we see the Black Widow submission hold by AJ Lee. And that is forced a submission out of a submission expert in Natalya. What a huge win for AJ Lee, who now goes to Hell in a Cell with a Divas Championship opportunity. I am really starting to wonder, will history repeat itself? Will AJ Lee win her second ever Divas Championship at Hell in a Cell? Let's hope history stops repeating itself if she does, because she did not hold on to that title for very long after Hell in a Cell. Summer Rae has run a little dry on competition, but I don't believe those two have ever crossed paths before, so Hell in a Cell should be very interesting now between these two. Congratulations to AJ Lee on earning a Divas Championship opportunity. And up next, we've got Antonio Cesaro in singles competition as he looks to defeat, I believe, the bottom-ranked man on Raw right now, Roddy Piper.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, from Glasgow, Scotland,
Rocky Pierre, oh yeah. Roddy Piper, everybody, coming down to the ring here tonight. Set to compete against Antonio Cesaro. And I stand corrected, I don't mean any disrespect to Antonio Cesaro, but I actually oversold his current ranking. Antonio Cesaro is the 3rd bottom-ranked superstar on Raw. I had a look between him and Roddy, who is literally the bottom guy right now. Roddy Piper's still in good spirits despite that. Literally, the only guy between those two is Jinder Mahal. Obviously, of 3MB, he is definitely the least successful member, hands down. So it's no surprise that Jinder Mahal would be at the very bottom. Drew, for the record, is just above Antonio at number 4.
And approaching the ring, from Switzerland, weighing 232 pounds,
believe, just for full context, in case you were so curious about every member of 3MB's rankings, Heath Slater is somewhere around the middle. Victory over The Miz a few weeks back really did wonders for Heath Slater's stocks, so to speak. I think it really built him up quite a bit, even if 3MB have suffered ever since then. But it was just kind of a one-off victory, it seems. Well, anyway, Antonio Cesaro very much been outshined lately by his tag team partner, the Real American Jack Swagger, the All-American American. This man calls himself a real American as well, says he's more American than everyone in the United States. He understands what it means to be one, whatever that means. Well, here we go, Antonio Cesaro, Roddy Piper. This would be a huge loss for Antonio Cesaro here tonight. I mean no disrespect to Roddy Piper, the man is a living legend, a lovable icon in the world of not just wrestling but TV in general. But I will say this, Roddy Piper, since making his debut, has not won a single match. This would be his first ever victory if he can beat Antonio Cesaro here tonight. Cesaro really needs some momentum heading into Money in the Bank's, that Money in the Bank unification match in 13 days.
These competitors will always be looking to unleash their finishing maneuver. And when that happens, the complication of the match can change in a heartbeat.
I can't wait to see that United States Championship match up next. What a huge twist from Cody Rhodes to be willing to defend that championship tonight. I hope that that doesn't come back to bite him.
What a devastating neck breaker.
Sometimes there is such a thing as having a little too much integrity, a little too much willfulness and pride, and you know, you gotta be a little concerned about just how confident Cody Rhodes is. Is that going to come back to bite him? His hubris. Rocky Pierre striking down the head of Antonio Cesaro. It's been a great night of Raw here tonight. We are well past the halfway mark now throughout the season. Things starting to get closer and closer to that WrestleMania season, my favorite part of every season. That last quarter, very, very good. Always the best. You know, Survivor Series, of course, looming overhead as well, following Hell in a Cell, the classic Raw versus SmackDown Spectacular. We'll be finding out which brand is superior, and in time, I think we get a little bit of taste who will be number 30 in the Royal Rumble. We find out whether that will be a Raw or a SmackDown superstar. Looking forward to, you know, you look at the current lineup right now, I think Survivor Series could be very interesting. Of course, we do a lot of champion versus champion matches, and you look at the lineup right now, well you've got the NWO, Scott Hall and Kevin Nash up against Jericho. That could be a really interesting match. You got the United States Champion and Intercontinental Champion against each other, so Big Show would have to pull double duty, as he would also have to face off against the United States Champion, Cody Rhodes. That's not a very favorable match for Cody. I mean, if that becomes Ambrose tonight, I still don't think that's a very favorable match. Deadlift suplex from Cesaro might be enough to get the job done on Roddy, but no, Piper kicking out. And of course, the main event would be absolutely monumental. A WWE Champion versus World Heavyweight Champion match. The Rock and CM Punk. The Rock, someone who has been a very established top dog for a while now, against CM Punk, someone who has been an underdog for such a long time and has finally hit that mark, finally reached the very top. Oh, that has a brilliant match written all over it, honestly. I think odds on, you'd have to give that one to The Rock, but Punk could really surprise you. I mean, I don't think anyone was expecting him to beat Brett, so, you know, it's possible. Antonio Cesaro perhaps looking for that huge uppercut, and there it is! Roddy Piper. We're going to have to get his jaw fixed after that one. No! Wow! Well, okay then. Definitely wasn't expecting that. What are they chanting? Morrissey? What? Holy steak. I don't know what they're chanting. I'm assuming that was for Pipe or whatever it was. Rocky Pierre. Rocky Pierre. Piper tearing up the announce desk. Saying enough is enough. I'm not going to do my Roddy Piper impression again. No one seemed to like that last time. Roddy Piper up on the table with Antonio Cesaro. And Piper. Oh, with a pile driver. Ah! But I'll do my own Lawless scream. That wasn't a bad Lawless scream, was it? That was a pretty good impression, if I say so myself. Belly to belly launch suplex there by Antonio Cesaro. I believe they call that a release suplex, but launch sounds cooler. Cover attempt here by Cesaro off of that suplex. That'd be quite the shocking outcome after a pile driver through the table by Rocky Pierre. Antonio Cesaro now. Butterfly suplex. Very nice. What's he going to do here? Ooh, stop it down on the knee. Cover attempt here by Antonio Cesaro. And it's a kick out once again. And here comes Dolph. I had a funny feeling this guy was going to show his face here tonight. Here, as I mentioned before, these two got into a backstage altercation with each other. Dolph Ziggler has been taking some real personal issue to the fact that Antonio Cesaro has a guaranteed opportunity at the title he does not deserve. Dolph believes Cesaro would be the first man to ever fail a cash-in. Very harsh words from Dolph Ziggler, but you know what? The way Cesaro's been going lately, I wouldn't blame him, and it seems like Dolph's mind games have really been getting to Cesaro. Okay. Here we go. Here it is. Here's the finish. Telling you now. Season 4 special. Go on, make the smash noise. Oh my goodness! It wasn't the finish. An undying will, you say? Yeah, Undertale. Ooh, clothesline by Roddy Piper. Has he got the job done there? No. Well, these two really going at each other. Getting some real competitive matches here tonight. Normally these matches go like 3 minutes when I don't want them. And what is Cesaro? Cesaro? Oh my god, it's the debut of the big swing! That's going to be his gimmick for a whole year now. I do actually like the Cesaro swing. I just, you know, he hasn't done it yet in this universe. So there it is. It's been done now. And Piper forced to submit as Dolph Ziggler just watches on. Doesn't seem like he was out here to help Piper necessarily. He just wanted to get a closer look, I guess. Well, Antonio Cesaro picks up a, for me insane to say, a rare win.
Here is your winner, Antonio Cesaro.
What a big win here tonight. Absolutely.
What does the future hold for this match? Perhaps he'll win the unification match. Then he'll have a guaranteed shot at the WWE or World Heavyweight Championship opportunity. You know, wait, what did I just say? A guaranteed shot at the World opportunity. What the fuck was that sentence? You know what? Let's move on. Up next is our semi-main event. The United States Championship is now officially on the line. Dean Ambrose and Cody Rhodes one-on-one. Is this going to be a huge mistake for Cody? I'm afraid it might be. This US Championship run, much like Dolph Ziggler's, has been all about redemption. It has been about righting the wrong from the past, having a much better reign, a longer reign, a more successful defending reign. Something that really was very fruitful for Dolph Ziggler, and I wonder if perhaps history will repeat itself, and this will also be a very fruitful reign for Cody Rhodes. Well, it could come to an end tonight, in which case, I don't think this is a bad reign, but I don't think this is the greatest reign. I would argue Dolph Ziggler may have had the best United States Championship run we'd seen ever. Who would you guys say is the best United States Champion we've witnessed in this series so far? I mean, I think it's between Dolph and Sandow for me, although I think Sandow's World Heavyweight Championship reign was unfortunately a little lackluster. I think his US Championship reign was fantastic. I know McIntyre is the longest reigning by a technicality, and he did do a lot of defenses to make up for it, but that technicality always just kind of devalues it a little to me. Dean Ambrose is a very unusual guy, a very strange cook he is. Never spoken a word, but yet he has made it abundantly clear that he has his sights set on the United States Championship, and it's actually interesting to see him come out here alone tonight for this United States Championship match against Cody Rhodes. That was something I was a little afraid of for Cody, was he was basically agreeing to be outnumbered, but it looks like Ambrose wants to play this one fair, actually. And there goes my microphone. Robojic. Hello. That hasn't happened in a while. Don't know why that did now. That's what it's all about right there. The United States Championship. I think historically this is the title that has changed hands more than any other, actually. Barring the hardcore title, of course. Or maybe the WWE Tag Team titles are, actually. There's not a lot of long reigns with tag team titles. I'm not sure. I'll have to have a look at that one day. Figure out the statistic. So here we go. Dean Ambrose jumps in straight with a neck breaker to start this one off. And he's not going to let up on Cody right from the beginning. I can tell you that now. Big six-man tag team match comes your way up next. The NWO having one of their rare occasions where all three members will compete as they face off against Stone Cold Steve Austin, Yokozuna, and the WWE Champion, The Rock, who will walk into Hell in a Cell to defend against Austin in what will be just over 200 days as WWE Champion, the first man to pass a 200-day world title reign. Sorry, I was just quickly downing my delicious isotonic drink. I fucking love isotonic drinks. I wish you could get them in bigger bottles. It's going to increase my performance as I sit and talk.
What a match this is going to be.
Dean Ambrose hooking the arm of Cody and raking at the eyes of Cody Rhodes. For anyone who's been interested in my my little history watching thing, I'm up to Royal Rumble 95 now. I've actually been making quite a lot of progress on that whilst I've been not recording this. Mostly because I'm not overloaded on wrestling that way. I think I can intake wrestling for a maximum of about 3 hours a day, but if I do about 3 hours in a day, I won't want to for another couple days at the very least. And I will not be giving what I watch 100% of my attention. I can't do that. I cannot sit and just watch a wrestling show. That is too difficult. I have to be doing something else. Now I do for Universe. I do my best to pay attention to this because obviously I am the extra entertainment, and you guys have made it quite clear that you don't want me to stop talking on these. So, you know, with that I know that I need to actually focus and talk and stuff. I won't lie to you, I do sometimes screw around on my phone a little bit because I just can't hold my attention to it for very long when I'm watching. But I'm looking for. I think that's something I'm really looking forward to as we get to the next game. Is it gets really gripping because you start to not know who's gonna win. As much as I loved CM Punk versus Bret Hart for the World Heavyweight title, there was something about how much Punk had dominated from the start that made me go, yeah, Punk's going to end up winning this, isn't he? Like, it was in my head, like, he's going to actually win this. It was still exciting and it was still huge, but the way the game plays out matches, it can be a little bit obvious sometimes. And I think that's something I'm really looking forward to, the changeover once, you know, stamina and stuff. Especially when limited reversals come in, because that really changes, like, the predictability of watching. And I do generally as much as I like playing these games, like the story modes and stuff, when it comes to Universe, I do generally actually quite enjoy just letting it play out. The only reason I don't always let it play out is because, well, you'll get some pretty lame things happen. Like, the game buried the fuck out of AJ Lee in 13, and it seems like it wants to do the same in this game, but I think AJ's a great wrestler, and I want to at least build her up a little bit, so, you know, like the match earlier tonight, I wanted to make sure that she actually won that. But, like, it's a 50-50 thing. I like watching the games play out in the later ones. But I just worry sometimes about, like, the 50-50 booking of letting the game play out being a little bit much. But then again, this is just a video game me-fed, so you don't need to take it too seriously, really, do you? So it kind of goes either way, really, depending on how you want to look at it. I just sometimes I want long reigns is the main reason I end up playing the matches, is because I want longer reigns. And sometimes, like this match, for example, I am very open to either outcome. I've got a story in mind for either outcome going forward. So, whatever happens, happens. It's okay. Kick to the back of Dean Ambrose and knee to the midsection. Dean Ambrose, ooh, big powerbomb. I'll tell you, Ambrose quite vicious. The whole Shield, they've been such an anomaly here on Raw since arriving. They give me that, like, these are the guys to watch. They are up to something. And when the payoff comes up, the payoff is going to be big. Arm drag by Ambrose, and more strikes between the two.
Kane, think about the number of WWE Hall of Famers that have held the United States Championship.
Booker T.
The United States Championship is a very prestigious title.
I don't know why when they said that. Booker T was the first man that came to mind for the United States Championship.
And he missed that one.
I think he was US champion when I started watching. That might be why. That's an interesting thought, actually. Was he? I'll look that up. Was Booker T United States champion when I started walking? I started watching around Vengeance 2005 was my first show, which was June 26th, 2005. Let's have a look here at who was United States champion. Late June 2005. Was it Booker? I'm going to say it was Booker. Oh, it was Orlando Jordan. And then he dropped the title on the floor for 58 days, and then Booker T picked it up and went, hey, I'm champion. And then Booker held the title for not very long, actually. Oh. Only a 35-day reign and a 40-day reign before he then also dropped the title on the floor for a little while, and then JBL found it at WrestleMania 22 and went, that's right, I'm the champion now. I don't know why Booker T is so synonymous with the US Championship for me then. He hasn't really held it that much. I mean, he held it in like 2004, and I think he held it in WCW, but I don't really know anything about those reigns. I've never seen them. Cody Rhodes. Alabama Slam. I'll tell you now, I don't remember a damn thing about Orlando Jordan. Cover attempted by Cody Rhodes. Not enough. Not even close. And Cody going in for a crossroads. Will it be a one and done situation? Well, it won't be if you waste time, Cody. What are you doing? Cody goes in for the cover now, and Dean Ambrose with a very quick kick out. And I gotta say, I think Cody wasted too much time. I don't know what he was doing there. Maybe he lost his footing or something off the crossroads. Maybe he was riding a little too much of a high from the crowd's cheers. I don't know what the explanation is, but Cody made a huge blunder in that he took Ambrose a little too lightly there. Ooh. Big DDT. And a rake to the eyes by Dean Ambrose, and a kick out of the leg. Kicked his leg right out of his leg.
This arena starting to come
fans want to see Cody win. Gotta say, it's surprising to see Dean Ambrose fight so honorably in this match. No appearance from Roman or Seth. Here's a second crossroads from the United States Champion. I'm gonna have to kick him in the head so violently like that afterwards. Is Dean done now? Yes! Cody Rhodes is still your United States Champion. Well, this is definitely a changeover I wasn't expecting. But hey, Cody overcoming the odds here tonight. And now he has to defend that title once again next Sunday. Congratulations to the United States Champion Cody Rhodes. As I mentioned before, really looking to redeem himself and build that championship up as well as himself at the same time. I think it's always important when you have those mutually beneficial reigns, and that's what this guy is looking to do with the United States Championship. Huge win over Dean Ambrose here tonight as we move on to our main event, 6-man tag team match, the NWO against Yokozuna, Stone Cold, and The Rock. What a massive main event this is.
WWE Tag Team Champions, Hollywood Hulk Hogan, Kevin Nash, and Scott Hall, the new World Order.
I'm going to tell you now, this is the last time you're seeing those tag team titles. I want to change them back. I'm sick of seeing them already. Well, anyway, the NWO, I can't believe I actually managed to find a way to make these guys come out correctly whilst having Hall and Nash as the champions. The tag team in the member list is all fucked up, but it worked. I just have to keep changing the order depending on what match they're in. But anyway, the NWO, they are here tonight. Hulk Hogan alongside Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. A formidable trio. A trio that has really made their mark. And Hogan insists he belongs in the Hell in a Cell. Don't do that on TV. What are you doing? Hulk Hogan insists he belongs in the Hell in a Cell match at Hell in a Cell next Sunday. Do you agree? He did defeat Stone Cold Steve Austin last week. There has been talks of potentially making it a triple threat match. The Rock defending the title against both Hogan and Austin. I'm starting to think maybe that needs to happen. Because truthfully, yes, he has really been making his mark lately.
And approaching the ring, weighing 505 pounds, Yokozuna.
In a return of events I don't think anyone saw coming, Yokozuna has become a minorly somewhat of a fan favorite. What is going on with the frame rate right now? Become somewhat more of a fan favorite as of late, as fans love anyone who takes out Hulk Hogan right now, and Yokozuna is hell-bent on destroying Hulk Hogan. So it came a while back when there was a contenders match between Yokozuna and Stone Cold on the road to Hell in a Cell. Hulk Hogan ran out during Yokozuna's entrance and slammed the face of Yokozuna onto the steel steps, something that Mr. Fuji, manager of Yokozuna, has repeatedly said is the reason Yokozuna suffered a loss. He was cheap-shotted by Hulk Hogan, and he wasn't at 100% for his match against Stone Cold Steve Austin. They've made somewhat of a peace treaty amongst themselves, and that neither of these guys want to see Hulk Hogan pick up another victory here tonight. And so Yokozuna and Austin are on the same page for tonight. But what's more than that, they are working alongside the WWE Champion, and this man, along with his partner Austin here tonight, have their sights very much set on what The Rock has got. That is what it is all about for a lot of these guys on Raw. You know, there are some people that are, you know, they're focused on the tag team, they're focused on the United States Championship, the European Championship, but for everyone, the ultimate goal is the WWE Championship. And I feel like right now these guys are just having to work alongside a man that honestly thinks he's better than everyone, it seems.
From Victoria, Texas, weighing 252 pounds, Stone Cold Steve
You know, I can't help but wonder, will The Rock even really be willfully competing here tonight? He's recently been speaking about how he doesn't need to compete every week on Raw. He has nothing to prove. He is the star of the show. He is the history-making WWE Champion. All he's going to do by being here every week is continue to put down people and prove to them that they don't have a chance at beating him for the WWE Championship. It's a very harsh mindset from the WWE Champion, The Rock, but honestly, it is a little justified. I don't really see anyone able to knock him off. Even his Hell in a Cell opponent, Stone Cold Steve Austin, recently lost to Hulk Hogan, someone The Rock has beaten, and The Rock has beaten Stone Cold in the past too. In fact, that was The Rock's first WWE Championship opponent, was Stone Cold Steve Austin in the main event of Extreme Rules, Extreme Rules 2 out of 3 Falls match. Well, regardless, here he comes.
And their partner, from Miami, Florida, weighing 260 pounds, the WWE Champion, The Rock.
One of the biggest
You know, I'm starting to wonder, is The Rock getting a little bit too complacent at the top? They say power can corrupt a man, and I wonder if perhaps that's starting to happen with The Rock. You know, interestingly enough, around this time last year, The Rock was screwed out of that WWE Championship by Mr. McMahon in favor of JBL, as he felt that The Rock was getting too soft, that he wanted to be too honorable of a champion, after he showed respect to The Miz, as they put their feud back then to rest. And that caused McMahon to turn on The Rock and pick up JBL. And it seems like now The Rock is slowly transitioning back into the man that first captured the title in his first reign, back in the closing moments of SummerSlam. It seems like he's becoming a little too full of himself as of late. That's what I just said a moment ago. I feel like sometimes too much power can corrupt someone. So here we go, main event time, and it is no surprise who is starting this one off. Yokozuna wanted to get his hands on Hulk Hogan. Should have seen that one coming a mile away. Hulk Hogan.
What's your take on all this?
Is that just me, or is this actually running at a smooth frame rate? Every time I did 6-man tags before, they'd always be really laggy. Was it seriously component? Does that make more lag somehow? What the fuck? That doesn't even make sense. Hulk Hogan.
Listen to the crowd.
Hulk Hogan is showing you why he's the man. Oh, look at him go.
Yokozuna catching the head of Hulk Hogan, and he takes him into the corner. Interesting to see the Hell in a Cell opponent standing side by side in the turnbuckle. You know, Austin The Rock, a dream team in any wrestling industry. Here tonight, they are on the same page. It's all about putting down the NWO, one of the most formidable groups I've ever witnessed. A little bit of a "We Want Austin" chant going on right now. It's not really a surprise. Austin has got the fans eating out of the palm of his hand as of late. Chops back to back to Hulk Hogan, and Yokozuna with a big leg drop. I think it's going to be a while before Yokozuna willfully tags out in this one. He's been wanting to get his hands on Hogan for a while. My goodness.
Which in Japanese means #1.
You are watching cable television's hottest show, Monday Night Raw.
Who could have ever seen this 6-man tag that we've got here tonight coming? Who could have ever expected this? And obviously this really gets you in the mood for Survivor Series. I'll tell you what, there will definitely be some traditional Survivor Series 3-on-3 elimination matches, no doubt about that. And the fans really want to see Austin in that ring. Big clothesline. And Yokozuna going to oblige. There you go. Guys, you got him. He's right there. Guys, he's in the ring. You're supposed to cheer now. Into the ropes, and oh wow, what a big back body drop. Slamming him down there. Kevin Nash going for a strike to the midsection. Austin Have Nash and Austin ever set foot in the ring before? Probably. We've probably seen that here in this universe before. I don't really remember anymore. There's been too many matches. Bro, do you think about how many episodes of this series I've done? And we're only on season 4. When there can be a total of a possible 12 seasons. That's pretty crazy.
It's matches like this that make Monday Night Raw the hottest show on cable TV.
Oh, big elbow. He's putting those educated feet to good use.
Narrowly avoids the attack there. That's not good.
Sorry if I go a little quiet occasionally. I still have to blow my nose fairly often. Austin now stretching out the arm of Kevin Nash. Obviously, you can imagine this would be a bit more of a slow-paced matchup. We got another 6-man tag actually coming your way in 2 days' time on NXT. It's been announced we've got a huge main event coming your way as the Nexus are set to face off against the Primetime Players and Big E Langston. Big 6-man tag team match on NXT as well. So I hope you like 6-man tags. I don't think we got a 6-man tag on SmackDown coming up though. Imagine if we did. That'd actually be kind of amazing. Let me double check.
Did you see that?
We have. Oh, whoops.
I'm having a hard time figuring out.
Wow, I've not worked on Universe in 2 weeks. We have CM Punk versus The Big Show main event in this upcoming SmackDown, as a matter of fact. Champion versus Champion. Coming after CM Punk defeated Chris Jericho, the tag team partner of The Big Show. Of course, that was one of the main reasons as well, by the way, that Randy Orton was put into that ladder match, was that he recently held a victory over Chris Jericho. Same reason that Dolph Ziggler was given a shot is because he has defeated Antonio Cesaro countless times in the past, back when he was United States Champion. The Rock tagged in. Good to see The Rock competing on Raw for a change. We don't often see the Great One here on Monday nights anymore. Seems like more of a monthly spectacular to see him. Oh, big right hand by Kevin Nash. And the NWO's Scott Hall charging into the ring to try and keep this one under control, but Austin had confidence in The Rock and it paid off as Scott Hall sets his sights on Yokozuna, and it seems like the untouchable Scott Hall is being kept from this match for the time being. Kevin Nash now, jackknife powerbomb as Hogan poses it up inside the ring. Got to make sure that we all know who the NWO is about. Cover attempt here on The Rock has Kevin Nash. Oh my God, he nearly pinned the champion. You know, there's been a lot of discussion lately. People saying, you know, it's great to see Hogan doing well and everything, and, you know, the NWO have been tag team champions for quite a long time, but how long are we going to deny the fact that Scott Hall should be the member of the NWO competing for the WWE Championship? And I have to agree with this sentiment. He is undefeated since coming to Raw. He is untouchable. Victories over people like Brock Lesnar and Stone Cold, Shawn Michaels, Randy Savage, some really big names. Scott Hall has beaten all of them. How much longer are we going to deny seeing him go one-on-one with The Rock?
Man, this has been a great matchup.
Sharpshooter applied here on Kevin Nash. And those knees of Nash are a very weak spot. And his tag team partners know it. Rock going in for a rock bottom, but no, a reversal by Kevin Nash. And now going in for another jackknife power. But why is this crowd dead for this match, by the way? This is not a match a crowd would be dead for at all. Cover attempt here on The Rock. I could see them maybe quieting down a bit when Yokozuna gets in the ring, truthfully. I love Yokozuna, but I do feel like when we talk like a real crowd, yeah, I could see them quieting down a bit for him. But like, so obviously it brings the pace down as well. But like, Rock or Austin being in the ring against the NWO, hey, I think that was the selling point of WrestleMania 18, was it not?
And he gets back in the ring, and he gets the tag.
I never really heard people talk about Austin's match with Scott Hall at Mania 18.
Falls out of the ring. You have to be joking. The ropes were pulled down.
I don't know why.
Really? I didn't see that. And we're going back between the ropes.
I never really heard anything about it. I know it happened. I don't know what Kevin Nash did at WrestleMania 18. I need to look that up. Out of curiosity. Maybe he just wasn't there. Might be dealing with an injury or something, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know anything about that era. Let's see. Austin beat Scott Hall with Kevin Nash. 10-minute match. Rock and Hogan, 17 minutes. That wasn't the main event? Oh yeah, I remember hearing people say that was really stupid. Nash was just in the corner of Hall. He didn't actually compete. That's really surprising.
So far, this has been a very competitive tag team match.
Yokozuna and Scott Hall sharing the ring here tonight, and actually I believe that's another one of the incredible names that Scott Hall has defeated. I think he has beat Yokozuna in the past. I could be wrong about that, but I believe I've seen that. I believe that has happened.
The kick connects.
I'd love to see Scott Hall up against The Rock to see if that is someone else Scott Hall can get a victory over. Oh, shoves him down. A humongous leg drop. Elbow to the head of Yokozuna. Scott Hall now. Oh, no. Behind, and there's the leg sweep. Oh, wow. The strength of Yokozuna. We are almost 10 minutes deep into this 6-man tag, and you can expect this to go for much, much longer. These things go on for a long time, if they even come to an end. What strength by Scott Hall. As he chokes out Yokozuna on the mat there.
Michael Cole, along with WWE Hall of Famer Jerry the King Lawler, welcoming you to this amazing sold-out event.
Big spinning clothesline by Scott Hall. Down goes Kevin Nash. Yokozuna taking a cheap shot there. And this is one of the biggest choke slams I've ever seen. Cover on Yokozuna, and Austin manages to get right past Kevin Nash and Hogan and straight to breaking that pinfall up. Yokozuna needs to tag out. He knows it, and he goes for it. Hot tag made of the Rock. Rock in, Rock and Hall. We can find out who the better man is right here and now.
This is electric.
I believe this is the first time these two have shared the ring in this match. I was talking about how great it would be to see these two face off. We're getting it. And a big DDT. Where did Austin just go? Oh, there he is. I thought he was walking away from the match for a minute there. Scott Hall celebrating that vicious DDT to the Rock, but Austin reminding Hall to get back in the ring. Focus that this match is not over yet. Austin wants to tag in. Will the Rock oblige? Cover attempt here on Scott Hall. What a huge loss this could be for the NWO here tonight. A certified and established group up against three guys that don't necessarily see eye to eye. They just have a common enemy. Truthfully, only Austin and Yokozuna really have that common enemy. The Rock doesn't have any business with the NWO anymore at this point. He's dealt with them a lot in the past, but the fans strongly supporting the history-setting WWE Champion. No surprises there. Rock is a very strange exception, because as much as I talk about the championship reign getting to his head a little bit, it's almost justified. It's almost like there's something about the Rock's swagger and style that allows for it. Uh-oh, Hogan.
That wasn't very accurate.
Oh, there you go. I thought you messed up for a minute there. Oh boy. Rock fallen victim to the classic series of moves by Hulk Hogan. Don't know why people always fall for it. Big boot. Into the leg drop. Has Hulk Hogan just pinned the WWE Champion? Yes! I would say it is undeniable that that Hell in a Cell match needs to be a triple threat.
Now that's enough. Come on, the match is over.
And Scott Hall and Kevin Nash just laying in extra damage on Stone Cold Steve Austin. And Hall and Nash, my goodness.
Oh, this is bad. Real bad.
It looks like they want to take Austin out of Hell in a Cell and put Hogan in. Well, I think it needs to be a triple threat. That is my statement. Let me know what you think as we move on. I'll see you guys on the NXT.